Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Haunt Talk. Today we will be doing the Dent Schoolhouse. But first, don't forget, we have a bunch of stuff going on. If you like scary movies, please check out our newest short film, Samsara, available on Amazon Prime. It's free if you're a Prime member, 99 cents if you're not. Please check it out. Let us know what you think. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel. Obviously, you're on it right now. If you like haunted places that are not just Halloween themed, check out our playlist, Haunted Adventures. We go to some allegedly haunted places and check them out. There's a little playlist there for you.
We plan on making more in the future as well.
Yes.
And yeah, we have a whole bunch of other haunt reviews, so go ahead and check them out. They're all on a playlist for each season. We're on season 6 now, so there's 5 other seasons for you to check out. And the links to the Amazon and that will be in the description below, as well as our Facebook page and website. Without further ado, this is our 2nd year consecutively of going to this Dent Schoolhouse. And as with everything, there's, things are a little bit different this year. They are not doing the slaughter yard, which I found kind of disappointing because nothing really talked about that on the website that I saw.
Yeah.
They're using it as a themed queue. So that was kind of, disappointing that they didn't have that. And, there are, of course, all the normal stuff like the masks and all that. One thing that we do want to mention, and I don't really know where we'd mention this in a category, so we'll talk about it now, is I found it annoying and funny, I guess, that when you're in the queue line, there are, social distancing police. Let's call them that. So, here's the thing. You have all these switchbacks, and I've seen other places do this too, but I'm going to bring it up because it's dumb. So all these switchbacks that go back and forth. Now, so Kim's in this line, I'm in this line. She's right here. So there's no way that no matter what I do, that I can be 6 feet from her. Okay. But there's a person that's walking around yelling at me because maybe I'm too close to the person that's in front of me. Are you serious? So this person, if I'm close to this person, gonna get the Ronas. But these people right next to me that are in the other queues that I can't possibly physically distance from, oh, that's fine. So maybe before you have someone going around and being the social distancing police, maybe actually think if your procedures are doing anything or not. Again, as we always say, don't go to a haunted house if you're scared, and I'm not saying it's because of that. I'm just saying that I find it really annoying to try and enforce a policy that's not really being enforced.
Right.
It doesn't even make sense. So if you actually want to do that, maybe skip each line, if that's the thing they were trying to do.
Right.
I'm not really taking that in the review. I just wanted to throw it out there. I've seen other places doing it, and it just is one of those things that kind of grinds my gears a little bit. Getting into sets and props, though, the place, of course, is extremely elaborate. It's hard to tell exactly what was changed from last year because there's so much there. There's some stuff I know was there, but there's some things we weren't sure if it was new or not.
Yeah. There were a few little tiny things. I don't remember the big bookshelves that moved. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that seemed new. I also am pretty sure that the maze of stacked up chairs and desks, school desks.
Yeah,
I think that was different.
Was new. Yeah.
It seemed like there were some things that were changed up and some things added. For the most part, things seemed familiar from what I do remember of last year, though. And for the most part, the place does stay on theme of creepy school things.
Yes. Very creepy school. Murderous janitor is the big theme.
Yep.
Lots of dead children.
Yeah, the basement is real messed up. I mean, there's
Ugh.
dead children strapped to beds and just, I mean, they're props, but not actual like actor children or anything like that. That would be a little bit much. But yeah, lots of dead children being flayed and experimented on, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It's a little much. You're just like, well,
Like,
there's that.
okay.
Maybe I
Let me
should
just
stop.
move this child over so I can walk through this hallway. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, it was kind of.
I'd probably stop saying the phrase dead children or YouTube bots. You're going to be like, what's going on with this channel? Yeah, there's a lot there, which I mean is on theme because that's kind of the thing is the janitor, well, you just kind of does things.
Yeah.
Not savory things. And last year I know I complained about, I thought that it was weird that there was like a clown theme. But I guess that does tie in. It's supposed to be like the school fair or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the excuse that it's used. I still think it's kind of a funny excuse, but I mean.
Yeah, like they are having like a carnival charity thing.
It is well done. It is well done.
Yes, I do. I don't remember as many of the clown props. They had a lot of static, like creepy clowns that were just standing there hovering and stuff. Which there was a lot this year. Like I don't remember that from last year as many, but.
Another scene that we said is those stand out. Now, I believe it was there last year. She was the ghost prom.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That was neat.
Yeah, that's a neat one. And one I know we pointed out that's still there this year, but they didn't have the half claustrophobia tunnel, which is one that just kind of goes to your waist, is where you had to push your way through the dead corpses.
Yeah.
Definitely was missing something with having to push your way through it, though. But they have it turned off because of, the unpleasantness, the cooties, whatever. But yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. So not too much different from this year. It does suck. They don't have the slaughter yard going on, but very, very elaborate and stunt theme. There's really almost no dark hallways for the most part. But yeah, for sets and props, we gave them a 9. Very, very good. It's almost just like I would like to see a little more. And the only complaint we had was the last section was a little bit lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was something a little bit better for a grand finale, because then you just kind of walk around some school buses. And there's like one prop and one school bus, and then there's like this weird little end section with the guy with the chainsaw and fog. And that's it.
Yeah, it was just like one of those like metal chain link fence
strange
things, and then nothing, and you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, me.
But next up is actors. They were very good. They had a lot of unique hiding spaces. One of the more unique ones was that was like a flying girl that was on like a harness and would like go above your head in the long hallway.
I thought it was a prop at first, but then she kept going, and he's like, "No, that's a real person." And I'm like,
yeah, she was screaming at us.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, pretty sure it was a real person. Yeah, I'm pretty positive it was a real person. Well, I guess someone will let me know if it's not. The Q actors are really good. There's the pumpkin smasher guy, and then the janitor, who gets so creepily close to you with his swinging of his wrench. Like, I mean, it freaks me out. He never actually really tried it on me, but watching him do it to other people, I'm like, this guy must be, like, really practices a lot, because, like, how he doesn't just clock people with this thing.
He did it to me, and it was, like, it was within, like, an inch of my face. It was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, and the pumpkin smasher does the same thing with his mallet, too. I mean, he'll get right to you.
I brought my own mallet.
Yeah. A little bit different of a one.
It's a little bit of a different one, but, I'm sure you probably realize what this is. I won't do for copyright reasons, let's just say. It's a girl clown.
But they startled me quite a few times, just with their good hiding places, people popping out of pipes, a lot of innovative drop panels where you wouldn't expect there to be drop panels.
Yeah.
It was really cool, and another really standout one is the Snake Girl, is what we have it listed as basically a girl gets pulled up into the ceiling in this, like, greenhouse garden area by a giant, like, python thing that's, like, wrapped around her. That's neat. They were very up close. They would get, like, real close and scream in your face. Now, something else we were kind of surprised to see with all the stuff that's going on. I mean, the one was just, like, right here in Kim's face, like, real close to her, just screaming, and it's like, oh, okay, well.
I mean, mind you, they did all have masks on and stuff, but still,
everyone did have a mask on.
I was kind of surprised by that. I was like, oh, okay, you, like, literally right at me. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But actors are really good. We would have just liked to see maybe a couple more. There was just a couple areas where I was really wishing there would have been something. Like the clown area, there's only really one actor in.
Yeah.
A couple other areas that I'm like, I really wish there's a little bit more.
The picket, the fence area, there wasn't anybody there except for the chainsaw person.
Yeah.
It was it.
But besides that, the ones that were there are pretty much flawless, though, so we gave them a 9.5.
Yes. So that brings us up to scare factor. Lots of air cannons.
Oh, yeah. They had a lot of air cannons.
A lot of them. Again, they had really good hiding spots for their actors. They did get us quite a few times.
Yeah. And they used a lot of, like loud noises to get you. Like, I remember one specifically, I forget which scene it was, but basically there's a drop panel. Got me on this side. Then when I walked around this way, the same guy picked up this thing and hit a metal can that was right beside me. That gave me a good startle. The place is very gory, as we mentioned before. Lots and lots and lots of children. So if that is something that will really bother you, well, consider that, I guess, before going. Because
I mean, it's school themed, so you know there's probably going to be kids there, but it was a little much.
Yeah, it puts Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse's scene.
Yeah.
Their school bus scene to shame. It's like that, but just the whole thing. This is
the whole thing.
The whole basement.
Bunch of kids just all over the place.
Yeah, the one chained up to the mattress is the one I was like, oh. But yeah, that was something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of like normal stuff. Obviously, don't touch it here, and no place really does this year. But I don't think they did before either.
No,
but
they just got really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's decently scary. Definitely not one I would take young children to. Charlie might take them and make them a new prop. Scare factor, we gave it an 8.5 though. Real decently scary. Would have been a little more scary if there was a few more people, a few more actors and stuff like that. But still, I would say it's pretty scary.
Right, moving on to value. The tickets are $25. It took us about 15 minutes to walk through. Now, mind you, this is not including the slaughterhouse, which was there last year, which took, that one was short. It was only
like 5 to 10. Yeah, 5 to 10 is what that one was.
So,
maybe it was a little bit less. But I mean, the main attraction's always been Dent. I mean, I've always said that I think that they should just expand Dent out a little bit more. Maybe even get rid of the slaughter yard and just like add like another because a lot of Dent, I believe, is actually in like a building. It's not, most of it's not actually in the schoolhouse, it seems. It's kind of hard to see how they structure it, but I think it would be cool if they like put another like building on the back and kind of expanded that haunt a little bit more. I think that would be cool. Because really that's the only real complaint I have with the value is I just wish it was a little bit longer because it's like, it's so elaborate and it's so cool that I just like it to continue a little bit more.
Yeah.
But for the quality you're getting, even though it's not that long of a haunt, we think that it's still pretty good value because of the quality. You can get a fast pass. I forget how much the fast passes are. I didn't note that down.
I think it was like $10 more.
$10 or $15 probably more. And some nights you're going to want that. When we left, the line for this place was astronomical. Like I said, I mean, it extends. If you've been there, it will extend all the way into the slaughter yard. And that's somewhat because they are socially distancing people, which do make the lines look a lot longer. But still, I would get there early or just plan to buy a fast pass.
Yeah.
But for value, we did give them an 8. And that's mainly because of the quality. And I don't think 25. 25 is about average. So.
Yeah. So that brings us to our overall score. We gave them a 9.
Still very good. Even with all of the stuff that's going on, they've still managed to make everything very scary still. Once you're actually in the haunt, not much really feels that much different outside of, the actors and that wearing masks and stuff like that. I didn't feel like there was really any, besides that one scene, like I said, it was kind of lesser because they didn't have the claustrophobia thing to go through, the half claustrophobia. Nothing else really stood out as being like a half step of what they usually do. It seems still pretty much like the full show for the most part. But yeah, have you been there? What did you think of it? Did you have a good experience, a bad experience? What other haunts, would you like us to visit in that area? Because we probably will be back there next year. We did go to Land of Illusion, so make sure you keep an eye out for that video if it's not already up when you're watching this, which is one that's pretty close, and it's kind of like a haunted screen park. But, yeah. And just remember that everything we talked about at the beginning of the video is in the links, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.